passive.
So any of your wives, you wouldn't give them head?
I don't know.
No.
Fuck no.
No, because here's the thing, ladies. Unfortunately, sucks for you guys, but your sexual satisfaction is not that important. So you only need one person to nut for a child to be born, and it's not the woman's. And you guys even admitted it earlier. Whose nut? That's why I caught y'all earlier. I got y'all, man.
Gotcha, bitch.
That's why I asked you guys earlier. Hey, whose ejaculation is more important for a fruitful relationship? All of you said the men, and you guys know that the reason why is because your sexuality is your main fucking weapon. If you can't even make your guy come, it's fucking over for you. But we can satisfy you guys in other ways outside. Now, with that said, also, girls come in their head anyway. If the guy's a fucking man, he's out here dominating life, he doesn't have to pump too much to get you to come. It's the fucking whores, right, that use dildos all the time or been fucked with by a bunch of dudes and they can't pair bond and their mind's all fucked up. They have a difficult time coming, or the guy just isn't high value enough and they don't like him that much. He's got to do all this extra shit, lick your vagina, do all this other weird shit to get you to come up. You don't like him that much anyway.
Yeah, like hold on. I'm black too. I get to talk too. All right, go.
That's your point. One of the hottest female rappers, Ice Spice, said in a song lyric.
That bitch got Down syndrome. I still hit it. If she's down, I'm down. Let's fucking go.
She said, bitch. She said, you thought I was feeling you?
That nigga munch.
That nigga munch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another reason too why I tell guys don't eat boxes because inevitably that puts the woman in leadership role. Man, you're the fucking man, bro. She's there to please you, not the other way around. Because if I'm even with the girl, I've done enough to please her clearly because she's fucking with me. Men have to bring something to the table to be with a woman. A woman doesn't have to bring shit to the table to be with a man. So when you lick a girl's box, you're basically telling her on certain terms, "Oh, you're better than me right now. Let me please you." Fuck that shit. It's her job to please you, not the other way around.
And when you look at, I know these studies are like considered extreme now. When you look at psychosexual theory, did you know why? Let's say I start dating her at 18 or 17 or 18. And let's say she's into getting her toes sucked. No woman is born with a fetish. Some man taught her that. So if you suck her toes, some dude taught her that. Do you know why they're passive and they put their legs up and get fucked? Because they want you to fill them with your fetishes that are active. You're the active principle, the sun. She's the moon. She's the lunar. She's passive. She's just going to nurture you until you make a Fortune 500 and then realize you could do Fortune 1000 without her. Fuck this bitch. But check this out. They literally, all their fetishes come, you agree, someone taught them. Now, Emil's fetish, nobody taught us shit. We knew exactly when we're 16, 17, bend that fucking bitch over. So if you're ever like into like all this like fetish stuff, you're doing like someone else's fucking fetish. It's actually the highest level of cuckery. You understand? Yeah. That's why a virgin wife's so important. Because literally you guys sync and your sex get better year after year after year after year. And without Instagram, you never get bored of your wife.
Here's the other thing too. Instead of eating a girl's box, how about you go to the gym, get in actual good shape, be arousing, have a good tapered body style where you have wide shoulders, slim waist, have visible abs, be veiny, be attractive, and your girl's actually gonna come because you're fucking attractive versus being ugly, fat, sloppy, stinky, etc. You gotta do all this extra shit to get her off. It's because she's not actually aroused by you. When you're in shape, I'm telling you don't have to work that hard. When you have your shit together, you put in her place, tell her she's dumb when she says stupid shit, tell her to shut the fuck up, and you're in shape and you got your shit together, you got your money on point. Trust me, they will come just off of regular sex a lot of times, unless she's a whore. So
they always are. But Myron, I got a question. Since you're the fax machine, you remember the numbers the best.
Yeah.
Is it true? Like if a girl's into toe sucking, she didn't wake up one day like someone taught her that. Is it true?
Typically when girls have like sexual deviances like that, yeah, man taught her.
There's only one that she's actually born with. It's in her nature. I think 85% of all women have a rape fantasy without the husband, with some stranger. 80%. That's mental illness. Imagine if I had a rape fantasy at my size. You know how scary that would be? 80% of women, and when I read this study, I'm like, I'm not going to kill myself. It said, not the fucking husband, Zherka. I fucking killed myself. I've never in my life been more depressed than when I read that. Please tell me what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know that particular study, but it is true that women do have strange sexual fantasies. We talked about this on the earlier show, but I'll say it real quick for ladies. They did a study back in like 2016, and what they did was they took women, gay men, and then heterosexual men, right? And what they did was they attached electrodes to their genitals to measure blood flow, right? And then they also gave them a clicker, and they showed them erotic images, all right? With the men, they showed them like, you know, monkeys banging, girls kissing, heterosexual sex, gay sex, and other weird shit, right? The men only responded, the men clicked, you're supposed to click on what you find attractive, and they measure your genitals, right? With the men, it was very simple. They saw the girls kissing, they saw the heterosexual sex, they tapped on it, I'm attracted to that, and their genitals matched. Cool. They didn't lie about what they were attracted to. The gay guys like the gay sex, cool? But they didn't like the monkeys banging all this other shit. So with men, it was very rigid and static in what they liked. The women, though, was a different story. The women, they only clicked on the things that were politically correct. Maybe girls kissing, maybe heterosexual sex, etc. However, their genitals showed a different story. There was blood flow with all the fucking sexual shit. The monkeys banging, the gay sex, dude walking on the beach without a shirt on, etc. So what does that basically mean? It means that women are aroused by a bigger variety of things. However, they're only going to respond verbally what they like to what's politically correct. That doesn't make them look like a slut. Does that make sense for all of you guys?
Yeah, but let me
So
get this
women are
right.
far more likely to be sexual deviants, is what I mean.
But
they won't admit that
bestiality? Would you say
'Cause that's not
bestiality?
politically correct.
They'd be more open to it.
Yeah.
You'd say bestiality?
They'd probably get aroused by it if they looked at it. Yeah.
I've heard a lot of housewives do the peanut butter for their dog in between their legs. I've heard of that.
I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised,
man.
though. It's just that girls can't be honest about what really turns them on because they don't want to be labeled as sluts. And that's what that experiment showed, is that women actually have a way wider range of what arouses them, which is strange.
How would you save all these girls'
Because-
lives? What would you, if you could just snap your fingers and make them listen to you, what would be the antidote? Would you send them to Colombia, or what would you do to save these girls' lives, to get them married as fast as possible?
Oh, dude, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can. You had
That's how I know he hates women.
Back to what you were saying,
Huh?
how women can get more aroused by more
To the mic.
things. I think it's because we're much more, like how you said, emotional, and we think a lot more.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
we see like situations and different images, we like, well, personally put myself in that position. So I'll like remember a time that like there was something similar in like a sexual time. Like I don't know, but guys don't think like that. Like if you guys see all those images, you'll just focus on girls and this and that.
Yeah, because men are very static in what they're attracted to.
Yeah, and
Like,
we're like,
girls, right? Pretty much that's it. But
yeah.
with women, it's like they're open to more things.
Hmm.
You know, because women are more emotional, and the thing is, when you're emotional, is you're erratic, you're not stable, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's why women go through different mood changes. You guys bleed once a month, etc. Your emotions fluctuate, so your attraction as a byproduct of that is going to fluctuate. Hell, when women are going through their heat or whatever, they respond favorably to certain types of guys that have higher testosterone levels.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Anyway, any other questions?
Wait.
You didn't
Remember when
answer
Rolo
my
said it's like
question.
a 3-part, like a trinity? They go for the sin, then the chat. Remember what he said about that?
Yeah, basically.
That's true?
I mean, basically that, like, you know, when girls are in their prime years or whatever, they want to, you know, prioritize the more attractive men, the party years, right? They're using their beauty to kind of get access to certain guys, whatever. I mean, I think if a girl's smart in her prime years, she wants to find a guy that is attractive enough, but can also be a good provider. But unfortunately, a lot of times guys that are good providers tend to be boring.
Yeah.
They tend to be more not as attractive. They're nicer. And girls don't look for these things when they're young and hot. They want the nice guy when they're, you know, older, 28, 29, 30,
Twinkies.
getting closer to, they've had their fair share of bad boys. And that's like, okay, I'm ready to be a wife now. And it's like, bro, it's a little too late. Because guys value purity. So by the time you're used up and you fucked all these bad guys, drug dealers, whatever it may be, you've decreased your value to a lot of men, unfortunately.